Good morning. I'm going to do a brief little lunar flow, just practice. Maybe we'll get into like flow movements. Maybe we'll just do some intentional movements and exercises for our bodies. I don't really know yet. I'll just see what pops up as we go. So let's get started on our seat. You can be sitting anywhere, on your bed, on a chair, on the floor, on a yoga mat. It's perfect. So just an easy seat. I want you to find yourself all stacked up with really good posture. So ears above shoulders, above hips. And then just close your eyes and work your focus into your body. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Lift the crown of your head upward towards the ceiling. With a slight tuck, bringing your chin down just a little bit so we get that extra bit of length through the spine that's up at the top. So this week the moon is waning. We have a new moon on Friday. It's when the energy levels are lower. It's a better time to do the reflecting, to do the looking back and thinking and kind of analyzing like what's been working, what hasn't been working, what can we weed out, what can we leave in this lunar cycle to make room for whatever's in store in the next. We also have just kind of a sequence from the beginning of the week to the end of the week, starting at the head, working the way down to the neck, and then into the chest, shoulders, arms, fingers. This is just because the moon will be in Aries Monday, Tuesday. That brings our emotional body a little bit closer connected to our heads. Wednesday, Thursday, we have the moon in Taurus. So that brings up the neck emphasis, the throat emphasis. And then towards the end of the week, Saturday, Sunday, we have the moon is in Gemini. So the Gemini rules the shoulders, arms, fingers. It's all about dexterity. So we're just going to take our focus from the top of our head all the way out to the tips of our fingers. We'll focus on those parts of ourselves just as we take movement, as we take breath. And let's start to wiggle the shoulders. Give your shoulders a little bit of a wiggle. You can open up your eyes if you want. You can keep them closed if that feels better. And then we'll go ahead and hike both shoulders up to our ears, creating tension. Create that tension. Squeeze your body. And then relax. Release your shoulders down towards the ground. Let's do that a few more times, bringing the shoulders up, 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 creating tension, and then releasing the tension. Continue up and down, kind of forcing yourself to notice what tension is like, what it feels like in the body, so then we can better identify it and let it go. Let's do one more big squeeze, shoulders to ears, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then relax your head, your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your elbows. Let's bring our fingertips to our head and begin to tippy tap, tip tap all over our face. Just like little raindrops. Special focus on the head for Aries, Monday, Tuesday. When the moon is in Aries, we have our emotional body is just a little bit more impulsive. It's a little bit more fiery. A little bit more explosive, a little bit more action-oriented when they feel something. Now let's make big circles through our hair. So if you're going somewhere, I don't know, I still think it's important. Just kind of teasing the scalp, circling your fingertips around. Notice the shape of your head. Notice any tension in your temples, in your scalp. See if you can get that to dissipate just with your awareness. A lot of the times when the moon is in Aries, it's a little bit easier to take things personally. Everything feels very personalized. So just know that going into Monday, Tuesday. check in with yourself. If you're feeling like things are getting personal, are they? Let's have a reality check. Awesome. Good. Relax your arms, shake out your head. Then look over right shoulder, left shoulder. Just taking your head side to side, a couple sweeps. Notice your range of motion. What's allowed based on your muscles, but also what is allowed based on your bone structure. Good. Bring your gaze back to neutral. Let's tip the right ear down towards the right shoulder. We're getting into the neck now. Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday, we've got the moon in Taurus. So our emotional body will be a little bit more subdued compared to Monday and Tuesday. A lot of times our inner workings are just a little bit more steady, a little bit more inclined to indulge, a little bit more inclined to be stubborn and to hold things as they are. A lot of times when we're rigid and when we're trying to get people to see our point of view and we're unbending, our shoulders and neck get really tight. I'm a massage therapist. I see it all the time. Let's pivot our chin. So we're keeping our head to the right, but we're going to point our chin downward towards our right hip bone. So that should change the dimension of the sensation just a little bit. Keep your good posture. Make sure you haven't started dumping into your back or rounding into your shoulders. Good. Bring your eyes up to neutral. Wiggle out your shoulders. Take a couple gentle rolls with your head, really gentle, especially if it's first thing in the morning. Now bring your head over to the left side, dropping left ear towards left shoulder. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Just think about your neck. Try to envision those muscles giving room, like they're relaxing. All the muscle fibers, putting forth the energy to let go. I think it takes an activation to trigger the muscle, and it also takes an activation to release the muscle. Check back in with your posture, with your foundation. Make sure that the skeleton that's holding you up is also supported. And then we'll pivot our chin so it points down to our left hip bone. And again, just make sure your posture's good, your foundation's good. Taurus is an earth sign, our emotional body, and an earth sign just gives more room for practicality. It gives more room to have a focus on the foundational, on the stepping stones, on the tangible results and the tangible reality. Let's bring our eyes back to neutral. Give yourself a wiggle. Some head movement, connecting with your head, but also with your neck. And just having some respect and appreciation for both. For the fire that comes with Aries. For the support that comes with Taurus. And then let's play with the Gemini energy that we'll have towards the end of the week. So this will be Saturday, Sunday, also a little bit into Friday. Gemini rules the arms, the shoulders. I think it also has a lot to do with the respiratory system. So let's move our arms side to side. I like to kind of come up on my knees and let my spine twist as well. But really pay attention to how it feels from like the center collarbones out to the edges of the shoulders. Good. Notice how this movement kind of alters what's happening in your lungs and rib cage. Good. Let's come back to center. And inhale, hands go high. Exhale, bend your elbows, field goal post arms. Pull your shoulders down towards the ground. Inhale, reach back up for the ceiling. Exhale, field goal post your arms. Inhale, ceiling. Exhale, do that again. One big one, hold this one. We want to focus on opening our chest, opening our lungs, creating space in our body for breath, for adaptation, for versatility, for connecting with our environment. That's a big part of our breathing. Awesome. Relax your arms down. Give your shoulders a little relief, a little wiggle. And then take your right arm across your body. Use your left arm to help pull this arm into a stretch. Release, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then switch sides. Left arm crosses the body. Right hand facilitates the stretch. And then release, wiggle, wiggle. Let's do one more on each side. Cross your right arm over your body. Allow your shoulders to stretch and open, making room for your rib cage to breathe better. Switch, wiggle, wiggle. Take your left arm over the front of your body. Do that left side shoulder stretch. And then release. One more. Let's interlace our hands under or behind our tailbone. Press your knuckles down towards the ground. Lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Pause for a moment, a couple of breaths here. Opening up your airways, opening up your communication channels, opening up your shoulders, your heart. And then let's fold forward, bringing the forehead down towards the ground. Lifting the knuckles up towards the ceiling. When the moon is in Gemini, we are more likely to talk about our feelings than we are to feel them. We're more likely to think about them, to spiral around them, but we probably won't be feeling them in our bodies. Let's bring ourselves back up to neutral. And find your seat again. Let's just take a moment to recenter. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Relax your eyes closed. Maintain that strong, solid posture. With the energy waning all week long, coming to a dipping point on Friday, this is a really good week for review, for analysis, for reflection and processing and looking at what you've been doing to see if it's doing any good for you. Make it easy on your body to eliminate and to let go by choosing to shy away from heavy foods that take a lot of work to break down. Over consuming information as well is is something that we like to do, but can kind of overwhelm our system. We still have to sort through, process, digest, assimilate all that information. So make it easy on yourself, on your body, on your mind, by choosing maybe to reduce, to eliminate what you consume, whether it's physical or informational. This is a good time for rest and surrender. The new moon on Friday is like when we put that new seed into the ground and bury it in the dirt. It's dark, it's quiet, and all the magic is happening in the right time. I hope you enjoyed our lunar flow practice exercises, movements today. And I hope you have a great rest of your week.